Hello everybody, this is Juntas. Today we're doing yet another auction house player guide. So this is 8.2 and lately I've been seeing, a lot of comments again on forums and whatnot that nobody's making gold anymore, everything is too pricey, Blizzard has made too many gold things, all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to do another one for 8.2. I think it's almost a year ago since I made, the first one in BFA for AH play. But yeah. As always, when I make these guides, I'm also going to share a few tips and tricks. It's all about optimization. You have to save time, you have to be efficient. That is what my methods for AR play is. So, few things first. You have to make a bank alt, and that bank alt should have, tons of these bags here. You should also make a little macro here. That's just a good trick, or you can keybind it in keybinds. I can just quickly find here, Reader UI. That means you can load, the bags really fast or mail really fast. Those are small little tricks. I also suggest that you run with really few add-ons, so your SSD or HD the drive can load the pages really fast. I'm talking about these small things. You might think it's bullshit and you're already skipping the video, but if you're doing this 4 times a day, 2 times a day, whatever, relisting, you have to run really few add-ons. And speaking about add-ons, you can see that I'm using just like a bag inventory here. Arc inventory is really good. I'm only using Auctionator for the AH play. Using a few add-ons like Collection Shop, but it's not really that needed for the specifics I'm going to talk about. Easy delete confirm can be pretty good to mass delete items. You don't have to type in delete. What else could I maybe quickly mention? I quite like this add-on up here, XRV data bar. It just kind of gives you a few information, especially the gold one. You can see right now that I logged into the character. I lost, 6 gold or something, posting a few items before I started making the video. And my total gold across the server. So that add-on is pretty good. I always like this add-on. It has a lot of features, but let's move on. Postal, of course. And yeah, Pride is also a really good chat add-on. But I don't think there's much more to say than that, really. But definitely get a back add-on and Postal. Those are really good. Another thing with Postal you should also change is the opening speed of mails. You can just find I think I will try to leave a description below. There is a guide on YouTube. It's like a little video that's only watched maybe 2,000 times. That goes into altering the add-on so you can open the mail even faster than the normal 030. Again, that saves time. You have to be efficient. You have to be, everything just has to go. You're not gonna waste time with my methods, I'm really all about trying to be efficient here, because it takes a long time, listing every day, and that's kind of like the worst part of my methods. So that's kind of like the initial things you have to set up. And also just a minor thing here. When you make a bank gold, don't call it like Bank Gold 101 or something like that. Make it a neutral name. You don't want people to think, oh, when I'm clicking on that item, clicking on that item, clicking on that item, it's like some stupid bank gold that's making millions. You have to think psychological. You have to be in the mind of the seller. When I'm on the auction house myself and I'm looking to buy an item, say I'm buying this item here, Notorious for an alt or something. I'm not gonna buy, from a character that names Bank alt or something. I'm gonna choose maybe to support the little guy. That's just my little tip for bank alt naming there. You have to be psychological about it. That's just how I kind of like to think about this. And right now I'm just trying to list items for the day. You can kind of see them nearly at the bottom. I have quite a few items listed right now, so it takes a bit of time. Anywho, sold some herbs just because I had some laying around. Illusion sells okay in my realm, but you can see I sell a lot of notorious items here. Even some weird shit like, I don't think I have one in my bags right now, but this Misscale Knuckles here, that's a 310 item, or was it 300 even? I don't know why people buy them, but they do. It's really easy profit. Glove reinforcements, these ones here for Twinks, they're really great. I love them, but we'll go into more details later on items. But yeah, Notorious here for 7,000, 7,000, 3,000. Shadow leg armor, those are these ones, also for Twinks or Halo melts, or some other items. Any more interesting sales? Not really. I think that was about it. So we will continue listing items. It takes a long time, But I wanted to again highlight here postal with a quick opening speed here and making a marker so you can quickly reload or just rebind it. That really matters when you have to load 5-8 pages of items. In my case, I usually try to sit at, let's see, almost 400 items listed right now. Well, 400 when I'm done. Obviously, I post a lot of singles because I'm selling a lot of levers and whatnot, so it's not like 400 raw items. That would take a very long time to list. But we will kind of move on once I'm completely done with all the items kind of sell, give you tips and strategies. So that was all the items listed for the day. Also just a note on the 50,000 gold almost looted here. That was from 20 o'clock last night to now. So that's pretty good. Definitely above my average. So that was a pretty good night while I was just sleeping. Can't complain about that. Anywho, that's pretty much it. You can see I also have a lot of items left in my bags. So I will kind of just go over those first. You can see like these items here. Those items are either just picked up from my alt and I don't want to sell them at small quantities because I might loot more on later. I kind of just want to get a little bit of more profit while I'm playing the game, so I tend to just kind of mail over materials that I pick up while playing my main in normal content or whatever. But you can also see some like the essence of water, costless of barding, a lot of rings, a lot of random items here. All these items here I bought for cheap, and I'm just gonna flip them later when the prices either reset or they are good enough to kind of sell for some profit at least. You can kind of see like these items here, for instance, I bought, I actually have 14 pants right now. It's a bit much, but some dude was posted them at 800 gold a piece, and that's obviously way too little because the material prices are like 1,500 gold or so. If you think expulsums is that much worth, which I do, they are definitely way too cheap. So I kind of just, you have to have an eye for this. This is not something I'm going to talk about a lot because a lot of people are going to be scared about play when they think, oh no, sniping, oh no, knowing the markets, oh no, taking a risk. My methods are risk free. There are no worries, there's no stress, I don't have to invest anything. This is just something a little more advanced because I know every price of items I sell in my own head. I know when I see a good deal and all that stuff. I don't have to worry about it then. But you don't have to kind of know about this. This is just an extra thing you can do if you know your markets. Also, it's a really good thing to reset prices once in a while. I know it's a dick move. Like, I'll give you one example of reset prices. It could be, I actually resetted this one recently. Now it's already down to, because some stupid idiot was posting again at 2,400. But like this Shadow Lake armor here, I reset it, I think 10 days ago or something like that. It was okay for a while, but now it's down again, so it's okay. But you don't really have to know about this. This is more an advanced method, and we're not really going to discuss that a lot. So all the kind of rudimentary stuff, at least I find it very rudimentary, but it can save you a lot of time. It's really good to know about. It's kind of some of the most important parts. We're going to go deep dive in now to the play. Kind of what you should sell, what you should buy, how to kind of get materials, all that kind of stuff that I usually do in these videos. So I'm just going to scroll down, and you can see now 400 items listed, and we'll just kind of go through this huge list now. Kind of just pick out some interesting items that I sell. So Stormsprite armor, that's transmog, and recently it's not been selling that well, but it's still one of my best items that I've ever sold for years now. It's really, really great. Living breastplate is also kind of an item. It's not so good. Sandstorm gauntlet is also something that's not good, but these items here are fun to experiment with, so I still do them. Graven Scale has recently been really great since people are now leveling alts again with flying. So making these Legion items actually for really cheap, because you still have to get Blood of Sagaras to make these items. But on my main, I have like 2,000 of them left or something, so it's no problem spending my Blood of Sagaras from Legion on crafting items. This is a new market for me. It's still developing, but I recently had a day where I think I sold 10 of these Graven Scale items. That was pretty good. Again, new markets, shifting economy, people out leveling new alts because of flying. I have to keep up, know my places to, expand into. So flying is always a good new start for new markets to invest into. Yeah, I love these notorious items. I've been selling so crazy much of this throughout BFA. It's fantastic. It was always good. In Warlords Adrena it was good, in Legion it was good, and no surprise now in BFA it's good. What else is something interesting? Again, more red leather for Legion. Styling Crimson hats, these are amazing, really great. Another transmog item, also really great leatherwork item. Easy profit. Again, you just have to find the materials easily on the AH, which I will talk about later. Anything more interesting? Yeah, I sell a lot of these levers here. You might think it's weird that this would sell. It does. It doesn't really go fast. It could definitely move faster, but yeah, I don't know. Blizzard also ruined the prices, for listing. You can see down here how expensive it is to post. I can maybe try something like the Knowhide lever. 41 gold there. It's very expensive to post these items, so it's not as good as before when Blizzard ruined the deposit prices because they don't like posting singles anymore, but it's still really great. Anything more interesting? Glove reinforcements, I love these, really great. Huge profit, not much competition. What else? Anything other interesting? Yeah, these were also new items. Again, if your profession can make levers, materials, something fun, like one for instance I consider once in a while is engineering. They can make a lot of items that are needed for recipes, right? So you just buy materials for crafting the material. You don't craft the item, you just make the materials for the item. That can be really great. So these have recently been pretty good to sell on my realm. Yeah, I don't think these mount items here are as good as they maybe were early in the patch of 8.2, but still okay. Anything else interesting? I don't really. Yeah, these items can also be fun. I think the other item that increased the swim speed is more sellable, but if you have items like tailoring, they can make a net that traps you or something like weird shit like that. Those items can be pretty great. These can sell surprisingly well on a few days. I've definitely made some gold on this item, but it's not as good as I was hoping maybe. And again, just to prove here that a 310 item, when we're all running around in 420 gear now, even our alts, I see a lot of people are reaching 400 item level really easy now in 8.2, but still a 310 item sells for profit. It's easy, nobody else is listing it. I'm enjoying it, so whatever, I'm gonna sell it, even if it's not making me a lot of gold. It's still fun. Anything more interesting? No, it's just really a lot of notorious items. And oh yeah, these ones I recently also made Devil Sour, just kind of trying a new market out because I found the materials cheap on the auction house. I don't really sell gems and enchantments. We will talk about that in a little bit. Anything more interesting here? Kind of just, trying to single out some good items you should consider. This has been really good. People are now doing missions again for, artifact, power, reputation, all that bullshit. And yeah, follow items is just really great. I tend to flip these. So right now I have 7. I have not made any of these 7 ones. I just flip them because some people are buying them or listing them for maybe 8,000, 10,000 gold, and I can make a little profit there flipping them, but it's nothing major. It's only been really recently I've been bought to try sell these items again, just because of 8.2. Anything more? Nope, I think that's about it. Again, you can see I sell current items that people need for their alts, transmog items, materials, that sort of wide aspect of items. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for all the items I sell. Again, it's a lot to post every day. It takes a long time, so we try to be efficient about it. And now we will move into kind of, it's good enough that I can say that I'm selling this item, I'm selling that item, or whatever, but I also have to know I make a profit on it. And how can I make a profit on an item that maybe only sells for 2,000 gold or whatever? That all comes down to my little list price here. I check this maybe every second day, maybe a few times a week or something. It can take a little while to go through, Also, just because on Raven Quest, which I'm playing on, is a high pop server, so this is also a more technical thing, but you should know about this. High pop realms have a laggy AH. Blizzard are a bunch of cunts that don't know how to optimize this auction house here. It's piss annoying. So all the pages loads really slowly. Like I can go on my hard realm, which is McFerrin, which is really dead realm. McFerrin back in the days were the realm of Kungen and other WoW players, but now it's just a dead realm. So yeah, the pages are really slow to load, and they can crash and lag out and all that sort of stuff. But you can see here, this list I have here is the BFA profit. This is what I call it for all my expansion. VOD profit, old match profit, legion profit, jewel crafting, level working legion, enchants. Enchants, this is just for, you know, the enchants that I need on my main, so I can quickly buy them. Just kind of saving time there. Also have one for Dark Moon Fair, so I can quickly buy those out every week or month, whatever. But yeah, we will go through my list now, and you can kind of just get an aspect for, yeah, kind of my server prices, whatever. So Amber Blaze and all the other gems are kind of ruined in prices for, you know, half of the expansion now, or even longer time. So they're really easy to buy in large quantities, and they're made. I'm using to make these free 10 rings. And a lot of people are gonna think free 10 rings, fuck off, they're not selling anymore, you're wasting my time now. But let me tell you, people are buying these rings here. They're not as good as before, but like back in 8.0, 8.1, these were some of my best selling items. Still, on a good day, I can sell 10 of these rings, no problem. It's really, really great. And it's also a really great item to reset prices on. It's a bit risky because more people are willing to undercut on these items nowadays. But I know this ring here, Owl's Eye Loop of Fire Flash or whatever, it should sell for at least 1,200 gold, so I'm kinda interested. And it costs like 600 gold to make or something. It's not a lot of profit, but you have to. You know, my method of AH play is dribbling down the economy. You just get few raindrops here and there, here and there. I'm all about selling. You know, I think I'm gonna try find a little clip now to kind of explain a term that I use a lot for my AH play. Pooper scooper. A lot of people in real life probably have a business, something where they are using, you know, kind of like a wholesale, kind of selling a lot of items for small profits. That's kind of my AH play as well. I'm just, you know, scooping through the poop. It's really, yeah, it's not that interesting to sell like this retrain ring here, but it's a lot of gold over time just because I sell a lot of them. But yeah, in order to make these items, you need materials, and every day or every second day or whatever, you have to go through your list. Like right now, I see Bloodstained Bone here. It's not really good, so I'm not really gonna strike to buy them today. I need them at least 2 gold, maybe 1.5 gold before I'm really gonna cash in. And then speaking about cashing, we can go to cost lever here. It's just gonna have to load up, it takes a little while. Yeah, you can see here I have 28,000 levers right now stored on 2 alts. And you might thinking, why have you bought that much lever? Well, some days ago some idiot was posting almost 100 stacks of 200 for 150. And when I see 150 posted that much, that low, you just buy it. You don't think about it. You just do it. You have to react to crazy listed prices instantly. You are never gonna get a, you know, a second chance on that. So you buy items when they're really low. That's kind of my method here. It's pretty rudimentally, of course, you're doing this, but you have to also be willing to take a risk on buying huge quantities. Really, risk it. This is where you have to take your balls in your hand and just be brave about it. Say one day I'm investing 100,000 gold. That's fine, because I know I'm going to turn that into maybe 500,000 gold over time, but it's going to take maybe 2 months, 3 months to make that profit back again, or even just break even on the 100,000, whatever. It can take a long time, but yeah, this is where maybe the risk come in. I wouldn't say it's a risk, because I know it's a calculated risk. I know I can always make 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 or 1 to 5 maybe, if I'm that lucky. But yeah, this is pretty much the list, and actually think that's kind of it I kind of talk about. Of course, there's many more methods to it, but this is kind of like the rudimentally, the fast way of kind of getting materials and crafting them. Another thing you should also be kind of willing is to go into new markets again. Talk about new markets a lot, like it's a stock or something. But yeah, I think I'm gonna mention one real fast thing right now. In 8.2, the new Mythic Plus season, all that shit, I made a crap ton of gold early on selling auto hammers, and I will just quickly. You saw set up laystone ore that just before, because laystone ore is the only material that's needed for auto hammers, and this item here was a golden nugget for me. So we can just quickly fire up a calculator here, and I'm just gonna kind of show this as an example of how you make profit, kind of how you calculate it. So I know I need laystone ores at like, let's say 14 gold, and I know since I have the rank 3 on my crafter for the engineer on my paladin, I know that it's gonna take 14 gold times 15, because it needs 15 ores to make one auto hammer, and then you can see it costs 210 gold. And right now they're selling for 400 gold. They even sold over 500 gold at one point when I was selling a lot of them. And then I know that after the cut from the AH, which is what 15%, I'm still gonna make like 200 to 300 gold each of these auto hammers sold. So if I sell like, well, some days I was selling 50 of these auto hammers or maybe even more, I'm gonna make a big profit on this because I sell a lot of them in big quantities. So that's kind of like how you calculate profit. It's pretty straightforward. You just kind of have to know the prices in your head, and you kind of have to know when to react. Yeah, I think that's about it. We will also just I'm kind of wanting to expand on this one here, so we'll go on my druid, kind of just to show you how I also craft items and whatnot. And so on my druid, just I don't know, I'm flexing here with my raptor mount, but I see a lot of, when I'm watching a YouTube guide myself, I'm seeing somebody list their gold. I kind of want to see what gold they're actually making, and kind of just to spice things up. This is not flexing or anything, but I probably already spent over 10 million gold in BFA, and as you can see, I'm creeping up to 10 million gold again. It's not hard, this AH play, it really isn't. I'm taking it very relaxed, and I find it very easy. That's actually true. This is not hard, at least not for me. But we will go into my little bank here. You kind of just see materials. You can see it completely filled, and it's really random items. But this is anything from like the Cobra helms to the Storm Shroud to anything you can kind of imagine. I'm storing in my bank here. You can, for instance, see here I have 805 fell hides. But the only items that I used fell hides on were the what's it called? The items down here for toy items. So you kind of think, why did you buy 500 of those or 800 of those when you really don't use many of them? Well, it's because some idiot listed them really cheaply one time, and I thought, yes, let's do this. I will never run out of fell hide again, at least not for 2 years or something, I don't know. So that was that's kind of like the materials. So we will go into my professions now, and you can kind of just see now, again, we buy shit on a bank gold. Don't waste time buying stuff on the main character. Send everything over to your crafters. But you can see, oh, I only have 6 of these notorious gloves listed. That's not enough. So I might just go and make 2 of these. Right now I also know that the prices right now are pretty good on the gloves, right? But we can go check them again here, and you see that they are listed for 2695. You can see my bank gold here, since I just relisted everything. I'm not undercut it right now. But yeah, you can see that is a pretty safe bet, because again, we look at the materials here. Dreadslith are still costly, so that's like, I don't know, 500 gold, 600 for the other shit, and then 1 expulsion. So it's like 1,000 gold to make these notorious gloves here, maybe 800 gold or so. And they're selling for 2.6 right now, at the very least, maybe more than 2.6. And yeah, then I'm gonna make like 1,500 gold for selling just one of these pairs of gloves. So it's safe to make this item here. It's got too many of the legs. Maybe see the boots. They're at 4.6, so that's really easy as well. I'm gonna make like 3,000 gold selling one of these, maybe more. So I'm just gonna make a few of these, easy peasy. And I think that's pretty much it for the guide. That's how I do it. A lot of people are scared from AH play. I know I talk a little about resetting prices, sniping, knowing the markets, and blah 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 blah. You don't have to do that at all. You can just buy a few levers, start slowly out, finding your own little niche markets. Like, it took a long time for me to develop to listing, 300, 400 items on the AH every day. Early on when I started playing the auction house, I maybe only had 70 items listed, and that was fine. I was still making gold. Now it's just a bigger scale, because I know shit will sell. I know my realm that I'm playing on. I know I can take a risk and all that stuff. So it's really easy for me. And AH play doesn't have to be hard, because I see a lot of guides again on YouTube that is just overly complicated with TSM and undermined journal and all that bullshit that you don't have to know about. They're all just trying to sound smart and be clever and all that bullshit, when they're really just not telling you anything in their videos. I'm very honest here. I'm not trying to hide anything. Everything that you see in the video is what I do every single day. Hell, you could go on my realm right now, Ravencrest, and ruin my markets and undercut me like a fucking asshole. If you want to do that, I don't mind. That's just how the markets work, especially on a high pop, because there's a lot of competition, but a lot of the items also sell, so you kind of have to know your realm as well. That's kind of like a good thing. Anywho, just on topic on realm real fast, yes, you should play on a high pop. Medium can maybe also be good, but low pop definitely is not worth AH play. I wouldn't say that. That can definitely be a bit, I don't know. It depends. And then also just quickly here at the end, you should maybe always kind of be good at also predicting the future. Again, I talk about the auto hammers that made me a lot of gold in 8.2, because I had 500 of them stored up to be sold when the prices were good again. And yeah, I made a lot of gold on those. So kind of also just predicting patches, predicting spikes and interest of players and all that stuff. Because right now, World of Warcraft is kind of dying. Shit is not really selling as fast as before, whatever. So you kind of have to, know about stuff like that, because a new patch is obviously gonna drive a lot. Because I will admit, going to 8.1 to 8.2, I wasn't really making that much gold as I'm currently am in 8.2, and that can easily happen again. But still, if I can make 500,000 gold, up to 1 million gold, maybe more than 1 million gold a month, that's still gonna turn into maybe, I don't know, 15 million, 20 million gold at the end of the expansion. So that's really good to kind of know about that. If you just chip away a little bit of every day, if I can make 20k profit a day, 40k profit a day maybe, then I'm happy. I don't have to be making 500,000 gold a week to feel satisfied. I just have to make some gold, and that's it. A little bit every day. That goes a long way. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. This is another AH play guide for BFA. I wanted to make this one also again because I see a lot of people on forums, they're complaining that Blizzard made too many gold sinks, which they have. Yes, it's very expensive to play WoW right now, and also again because there's no gold missing on the tables for missions any longer, so people are complaining that nobody's making gold anymore, and I'm so poor and I can't make gold anymore, and I'm buying tokens to even play the game normally to survive raiding or whatever. That's simply just not the case. You just have to begin, looking into actually how to make gold. Don't farm levers, herbs, or transmog guides or whatever people clickbait on YouTube. Get into AH play. Find your profession, level them up, whatever. You don't even have to use alts to do this. I'm making most of my gold just from 2 professions, leather working and jewel crafting, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this one, and have a good one.